Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is the Let's Rumble podcast, the show where we just like to talk about wrestling, get into all the hot topics. Today, we got an exciting day ahead. This gentleman next to me is going to run through some interviews. We're going to talk some wrestling. How did he get into the business? What is on his mind, and how is he feeling about the upcoming wrestling year as we get through 2023? Mr. PWI has lots to say, lots to get into, so do not go anywhere, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live, folks. We're live. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, the Let's Rumble podcast. I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, but let's be real. Nobody wants to hear about me today. I am joined by this man next to me, Mr. PWI, if you will. We've seen him in AEW, MLW, HOG. We've seen him all around the independent scene making moves. Mr. J Boujii, how are you today, sir?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, man. I'm doing well. I actually liked the intro. That was cool. I like it.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
But yeah, man, good. You know, how you feeling?
We're feeling good. It's a warm one in our neck of the woods right now, but just trying to keep cool, keep it going, and yeah, lots going on here at the channel. So, but more importantly, how are things going with you? How's things?
Man, things have definitely been kind of like picking up a little bit. Especially since I just did MLW, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was Never Say Never. Like I honestly, I've been getting like a bunch of podcast like requests, and I was like, oh, like damn, okay, cool, you know. And I'm always open for that. Always willing to do a podcast, especially like places that I've never done yet. Because like, for instance, like this happened right after MLW. You know, you guys have a fan base I haven't been exposed to yet, and your fan base hasn't been exposed to me either. So it's all about, you know, just networking, building a bridge, helping each other grow. So, you know, I'm definitely open to everything. I do feel I'm excited about everything, though, honestly, though, because the day at MLW, I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. I was nervous as hell, bro. Especially because I was the first match opening up for the whole card itself. But like I was the first. So right before we go out there, bro, one of the producers come. He's like, "Okay, so yeah, no sweat, but you know, you're starting off the tempo for the night. Like it starts." And I'm just there like, oh, thanks. No pressure at all. This is my first match here. You know, a tryout match for the Boujji Fight Club at that. Yeah, oh no, piece of cake. Okay.
No biggie. Right. Yeah. No, that's amazing. And again, you rose to the occasion. I mean, a lot of good reviews on that show and yourself as well. Now let's take it back a little bit. I mean, everybody says the same thing. Oh, you know, I always wanted to be a wrestler. Now, in your case, I believe that is very true, that this was a childhood thing for you. True or false?
Oh, 100% true. 100%, bro. So, like, we all know the cliche story. Like, I say it all the time. I got no problem saying it because, you know, it's my truth at the end of the day. But I pretty much started watching with my mom and my dad when I was younger. Primarily more so like with my mom. So the wrestler that stood out to me is a very commonly said name, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Bro, I was like, what, 3, 4, or whatever it was. And now knowing what I know now at wrestling, back then I was like, hey, whatever he has, I want people to like get like that whenever I come out. Anytime I open to the room, wherever the case may be, like I want that. And what that was reaction. Now, now knowing what I know now, he got one of the loudest reactions almost every night, if not the loudest reaction. And he's just such a figure that everyone says, like, if you're not saying Stone Cold or The Rock or Triple H, you know, any of those big Attitude Era names, I kind of look at you a little like you're a little different over there, but you know, it's cool.
Right.
Oh, Stone Cold was my guy. My mom was actually the cool parent and let me be the cool kid because I used to watch Raw like in like pre-K, kindergarten, like middle school. Like, I was staying up to 11 o'clock. My mom,
I was going to ask about that. I heard that rumor.
Yeah, man. My mom, she would definitely let me just stay up and watch, and then right after we would watch Law and Order together. So that was kind of like how I was able to watch. Like, oh yeah, like I'm waiting for Law and Order, but nah, you know.
Yeah, bro. A little Law and Order.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love it. Like, I love it's organized crime. That's like their spinoff from Criminal Intent, I believe it is. Love organized crime. It is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, from SWF. Yeah. I love it.
SWF?
Yeah, everything, bro.
Oh, no, it's amazing. So you decide, like, you got this love for it. You're going through high school, you're getting into college, that kind of age, and you're like, what point do you say, I got to pursue this? I got to make this a career?
So I want to say like it. All right, so like you say, like the seeds were kind of planted in middle school in a sense where like I used to go to a Catholic school, and right across the street from the school was the neighborhood park.
Yep.
You run to the back of the park, it got the little pads on the floor. So me and my friends, we'd be doing whatever we seen on SmackDown the night before or Raw, whatever the case may be. So we're all the way in the back. So we're wrestling each other. You know, I hit a spine buster. One of my friends when they were doing DDTs. No one's getting pinned. Everyone's kicking out at 2.99 because no one wants to lose. So that was also a big thing there. But I would say then I was always wrestling like in middle school, like having fun in the park, like most kids do whenever they're at that age. And then I went to high school. So I went to high school. They had a wrestling team. So I'm thinking, oh, wrestling. Okay, cool. This is how I get to WWE. I went walked into the basement. I seen it had the headgear pieces on, the singlets. I'm just like, this isn't what I watch on TV. this isn't that. So I tried it out for about like a month. So this is why I was transitioning. That this was called Summer Bridge. So it was a little program to help you transition into high school. Pretty much like the whole summer going into my freshman year, but it just wasn't for me, man. Like I was just like, I don't know. And then plus like hygiene's a really big thing for me. And so didn't have, the best of it at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna just chill. I played basketball my sophomore year. Then after that, left off to college. So I went to college in Long Island. And it's actually funny. So Tony's dad was one of my professors. It was so crazy. Had no idea about that. He said, yeah, my son wrestles. I thought he was lying. I'm be 100%. I did not think he was serious. But then years later, it all came. I'm like, oh shit, like he wasn't lying. So I went to school in Long Island, Dowling College out in Oakdale, and it was a really, really small school, like very small school. You had to drive everywhere. I didn't have a license at the time, but my roommate did, and he was on the baseball team, so he was always leaving the room. Like, he had practice and stuff, and his girlfriend was on the volleyball team. Like, they had their whole thing going on. So I'll be in my room playing PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. And then I went and tried out for the basketball team there. This was Division II school too, so it was not easy, being a walk-on and any type of division at that. Being a walk-on is always a bit harder.
Absolutely.
And the coach, he was honest with me. He was like, "I'll be real with you. Like, if I put you on a team, you're not gonna play. We have a bunch of seniors right now, but I was in the HEOP program, so I was guaranteed an extra year if need be. So we want to come out next year. We can do some workout over the summer, whatever the case may be." So after that, I left and I went to my room, bro. Again, roommate wasn't there, just me. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this wrestling thing. Like, what if I do wrestling? Because during this time I was working for Nike and Foot Locker. So all my friends, all my coworkers knew I like wrestling. So I used to be like, yo, I'm gonna be a wrestler. But like, I wasn't saying it with like real, like, conviction, just saying this to kind of gauge interest in what they would say. It was like, yeah, bro, like I see it. So that kind of was like, oh, word, like for real? So that's where like that started up for me. And then I went to my room. I'm in college. I looked up like NBA D-League tryouts. So the Knicks, the Nets, Philadelphia. I looked up Chicago because I thought Chicago was a lot closer to New York than what it is. But I was mistaken.
Not that close.
Not at all, bro. Like at all. I looked them up. And then I also looked up like professional wrestling schools. So the two schools that came up were Johnny Rodz, who I trained at, WW. World Olympic Wrestling, WWE Hall of Famer, and House of Glory, where I just recently performed at last month. So the big selling factor for me was WWE Hall of Famer. And it's not a knock to anyone else or anything like that. It's just that I didn't know about independence. I didn't know about NWA, didn't know about Japan, didn't know about TNA, Impact. I didn't know about none of that. All I knew was WWE. So I see those three letters. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, we're going over there. So then I actually didn't train till like probably like a year later after I did my research because my college ended up going bankrupt and shutting down. Yeah, bro, crazy. I transferred to Mercy College in the Bronx campus because my mom's a paralegal. So in the like campus, wherever it is, like the complex, her law office building was like across the street, and my school was literally across the street from each other, bro. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like I'm gonna be close to my mom, you know.
Right.
They ended up not accepting my financial aid after like we're getting into like the end of like the first semester, and it was like, yeah, we don't have it, blah blah blah. I was like, honestly, bro, like I can't really like afford that, and you know, come out of pocket for that. So it was really tough on me because you know I'm the firstborn son of four, and you know, you just want to set that example. You know, you want to say then got the little brothers, you want to do the hey, go to college, do this, that whole thing. But I had spoken with my uncle, and you know, I had pretty much found out what success meant for me, and success for me meant being a professional wrestler. So I was at work one day, then I'm working at Nike, and one of my coworkers, he was talking to me, and he said like, "Yo, like, would you be a manager here?" I'm like, "Yeah, like cool." He's like, "But like, do you want to be? Like, are you doing it because you know you can, or do you want to be?" I'm like, "Well, nah, I'm just doing it because." He's like, "What do you want to be?" I'm like, "A wrestler." He's like, "So go wrestle, bro." And after that, bro, I swear to you, I think like it was either that following week I went to Johnny Rod's. I gave him like $70 out of the $3,000 tuition. I said, "This is all I got right now, but I would love to train." He was like, "All right, cool." And then pretty much from there, bro, I just paying off whenever I had the money. Learned pretty fast. But it was fun. It was fun. Johnny's real old school though, so like you can these and like be there too. Very, very old school, bro.
Very old school.
Very old school. So, you know, when the pandemic came, it was myself, my other boys that we also be in a group. We used to be in a group called Takeover. So myself, Jacko, Face, PJ Savage, and we was just like, hey, like we got to do something because like we're seeing dudes that live in New York, that's in the New York area, get opportunities, especially on AEW Dark at the time.
Yeah,
but independent guys were on there. We was like, we got to do something. So you know, we all banded together. We made the group, and then you know, we just kind of got out there and started making it happen.
That's it. What were those first experiences like when you started? You know, now you said you're with a very old school trainer. He must have worked you hard.
Yeah, so like the training was very like the way I could put it is that so like right now, right, like I don't have like a home place to train, you know, and of course I'm older now, like different responsibilities, so I can't always get into the gym and train as much as I used to when I was like 19. I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
A lot of fundamentals, bro. Like a lot of fundamentals. Like you're doing arm. I hate arm drags. I hate, bro. And he used to chew me out for it because the way like I would go over, and he's like, "No, this way, no, this way," and it's like I just couldn't. Everyone would, I just couldn't. But arm drags, headlock takeovers, hip tosses, everything, and it's to the point where it's like all that for like the 3 years I was training there. That set me up for now, where it's like, and I'm not like saying you don't have to train, but like I don't train that much. And like it's still good. Like my fundamentals and my foundation is so solid where it's like I know who I am, how I can perform, and it's like he taught me so well where it's like, hey, I might not train in 3 weeks. I got to show I can still get in the ring and still be safe, perform to the best of my ability, and make sure everything goes how it should go. You know, so they were tough, but it works because like I'll see the difference between like people that trained other places. And it's just like, oh wow, like now I know why he was like drilling me about this the whole time, like putting this in my head because I'm okay. And then for what it's worth, whenever we jumped on the independent scenes, we were ahead of so many people in a sense because like no one knew about this. Yeah, we weren't here, and then one day we were here, and it was like, we were just rising, you know, just making a lot of noise. People was like, yo, like who are these guys? Yeah, like, and then at that, we know we're good. Like we knew we were good, and plus we knew we were Johnny Rod's guys, like real Johnny Rod's guys. So it's like, yeah, we had a little chip on our shoulder, you know. We was going there making noise, you know, ruffle little feathers, but it's like we're here, you know. Like this is what you got to do, especially when you've been out the game for 4 years or so, you know. Like trained for 4 years, just about 4 years, right? Yeah. But training, no exposure. Really couldn't do no social media stuff. You couldn't share things like that. Like I say, it's very, very old school. So when we did finally get into the independence, finally start getting in front of crowds, bro, that's not family and friends, like real people that's never seen you before, don't know nothing about you. Like when you got in front of us, it was like we still knew how to work though. You know, we still knew how to engage because like the way Johnny was, no one had characters. You had to just be able to wrestle, and then as you get there, you'll be able to develop your character. But, you know, I developed J Boujii just kind of, I'm not going to say on my own, but I had a lot of influence from my girlfriend, from my peers that are around me, and just from like my everyday life too. That kind of like helped me like be who I am now.
Yeah, just taking yourself, turn that dial up a little.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that foundation does give you that real nice core where you said it, and it always keeps you in the loop, and regardless of what you're trying to be or where you're trying to go, if you can deliver that, you're kind of in a good place. And not everybody could do that. You said, you've seen a lot of wrestlers you've come across. Now, you guys making noise, how did that, ruffling feathers? How was that experience kind of breaking into everything?
You learn about the politics.
Oh, for sure.
Learn about the politics in a sense where it's like, so for instance, we used to go up to this one place and you pay your dues, right? You pay, to pay your dues, the whole thing people say, you go in there and do all that stuff. But it got to the point where it was like we were just there and being treated as like we were enhancement,
Yeah.
just to like put over their guys, do this type of stuff, which is, it's fine. I get it. We're not from here. These are your students. You want to make sure you showcase them. That's fine, bro. But it's like, this is a business at the end of the day.
Yep. And
we have to operate as such. I'm not saying I got to, have all of this and all of that. But hey, like, let's just do good, solid business. Let's tell a solid story. Let's get people invested. And that's what kind of like opened my eyes up and my mind to it a lot, because like I would hear the fans, I would hear the people like, yo, like that was weird. Or yo, that was, and you're hearing it over and over and over. And I was like, let me take a look into this. And it's like, no, like there is something wrong here. Like there's something that's not adding up, because like for what it's worth, I'm better than your own guys. But then that's the problem sometimes. You're better than their own guys. And it's like, oh, whoa, we got to slow you down. Or whoa, we're going to do this over here, So that was definitely something where it was a learning experience, but it wasn't something I was surprised at all, because Johnny taught us about all of this.
Like, yeah, I mean, his experience would have been huge with that, beyond the actual in-ring, what you're about to face around the ring.
Yo, yeah, like one of the main things, like I'll never forget what Johnny told me. He says it's called professional wrestling. He said you're a professional inside and outside the ring. The wrestling is only in the ring. You can't have one without the other. You got to be pro. You got to be pro. He always say that. Be a pro. Be a pro. Be a pro. So I'm learning how to be a pro at the age of 19.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now once I'm finally out here in Independence at 22, 23, my mindset is totally different as opposed to, compared to other people who's my age, where it's like, yo, Boujji, how old are you? Oh, nah, I'm 23. What? Yeah. You're 23? Well, now I'm 24. What? You're 24? Like, I was just like, because I learned from one of the greatest minds who like helped build some of the best stars in this business. You feel me? Johnny was the guy that was like, if Vince McMahon Sr. had someone he was looking into, all right, you're going to go in there with Johnny. Let's see what's up. You feel me? Johnny gave you that stamp. And it was like, okay, cool. So in a way, we was learning that old school WWWF, type of style there. And it's just, I feel like that's what kind of helped us, be so different and, helped us, get to where we had to be. Now, it came a point in the group where we had different ideas. Yep. And at least for me, like I got to be me. Like I'm very outspoken and I'm going to keep it real. And I feel like that's one of the main things a lot of people like about me, because it's like, I can tell you're not playing a character. You're not doing anything, like you ain't being real. You're being authentic. And that honestly comes from just like my community and like my neighborhood, like perfect example is like watching wrestling and playing wrestling games. Like I would see so many people that were like tan, spray tan, like tan. I'm like, it's not that he doesn't look like me, but it's like, I don't know, like what you are there. And then obviously my mom told me, I remember one day she told me like Hulk Hogan was white. I said, wait, he's white? How is he?
Shut up.
Bro, it was so crazy. But I'm trying to just be that foundation that's gonna help others in urban communities, because it's like, for what it's worth, bro, you're either playing basketball, baseball, football, or worst case scenario, you out in the streets. And I just want to make people comfortable to live their own dreams and their own truth and create their own definitions of success. Like we don't gotta fall in those three categories. If you want to be a professional wrestler, be a professional wrestler. You want to go do water polo, do water polo, bro. You want to like just do whatever you want to do, because it's like, I feel like the thing that's so kind of like messed up with like society is that we have to follow this by the book. Like this is what success is.
Right.
Nah, like success for me is a little different from what it is for you. I'm not going to knock you for what you do, so don't knock me. So I just want to be that guy that can like, hey, if Boujji's doing this, he's from here, he's from there, you know, okay, I can make this happen. And I feel like the only way I was able to do that is by being real and by being me. You know, like, yeah, there's politics in here and everything like that, but I don't compromise, bro. Like, that's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna be a guy that's gonna be fake and do these things where you gotta just do like stuff that's just not honorable to yourself to get to where you want to be. You know, Absolutely. It might be a longer road, but you're gonna enjoy it because it's a journey. End of the day, enjoy this journey. That's the main thing that I learned, especially so like I was introduced like a lot of like big names in the business. So like the Samoan Dynasty, you know, like I've had like advice from Jacob Fatu, Lance Anawai, Sean Maluda. Like one of the main things Sean told me, he was like that he always had fun on the independents, like have fun now in the indies, because when you get signed, it's something totally different.
Yeah,
totally different. And it's the same thing. Like my girlfriend Shayla, she said that to me too. She's like, you know, I get flustered and get a little angry. Like, hey, like, yo, Absolutely. What's going on? Like, I know y'all see me. Like, I know y'all know what I'm doing, but like, what's going on? She's like, nah, just have fun, have fun, have fun. So through that, I ran my own show called Takeover versus SCP, Shane Taylor Promotions on the Invictus banner. I hit Rev Ron Hunt with a flaming crock. Literally set the crock on fire, hit him with it. I've had that was called the Bodega Street Fight. I've had a code match with Big Game Leroy at this another place. That another thing we did at Invictus where we're fighting with PlayStations, bro, GameCubes, Xbox controllers. I built 1,000-piece Thor hammer, bro. 1,000 pieces, bro, literally. And then I took it to the show. Unfortunately, I missed when I tried to hit him with it, and then he ended up powerbombing me on it. But it's like
you put it all together, knowing that you were gonna smash that.
Oh yeah. I know it sounds like madness, but it was.
Listen, I get it. Trust me.
You know, and I'm out creating moments, bro. So you know, we did that, and it was fun. It was very fun, but that only comes with me like being true to me. You know,
Absolutely.
And trying to make sure that I'm happy with whatever I do.
No, and absolutely. And I mean, that's A, it's inspirational. B, I mean, like you said, I mean, you kind of have developed an experience beyond your years because of the way you came through. And like you said, it was very old school, so you couldn't do very much. But once you kind of had the, you know, you got out there and you were able to kind of do whatever you wanted, I'll give you credit. Like, I mean, you really put yourself out there. Even with, we joke about Mr. PWI, but I mean, like you hustled for that. You continue to put yourself out there and make sure you get noticed, and you're not just quietly going about your business.
No, I can't, bro. I can't. And the PWI stuff came at a perfect time because, like I said, I was in a group and it was saying like, hey, like, you know, you got to be more like this. I'm like, no,
nope,
like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that, bro. And like, here's my thing too that like bothers me is in professional wrestling, in a way, like if you don't take control of your career, you're at the whim of another man. In that case, another promoter. Sometimes a promoter don't want to push you. Sometimes a promoter wants you to be a different type of way, and they want to do something over here with someone else. And it's like these promoters don't have no real motion going on. Just out there putting on a show, just say they put on a show. You got a ring, you renting it out just to say, oh, I got a ring here, run a show. Are you building stars? Are you building the future? Is your promotion going to be around in the next 5 years? Like that, that, you feel me? Like that's how like I be thinking, and that's where like I be getting frustrated because it's like I'm not gonna wait for you to think that I'm ready. I already had to do that at Johnny Rise, and that's a WWE Hall of Famer where he's like, nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Well, guess what? The pandemic said I was ready, so I made it happen, you know?
There you go.
But I'm not doing that again with another guy who has nowhere near the same credentials as him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you?
Like, exactly. It doesn't make no sense. And there's like this fake etiquette in professional wrestling where you have to just, come in, shake hands, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if this guy's not doing nothing for you, especially as an independent wrestler, I'm not obligated to do these things, bro. If it's not good business, then no. And that's what I learned. Where it's like once I got hip to knowing how business is and moving like that, a lot of people knew they couldn't like BS me around no more because it's like no, like I'm educating myself to this. So when the PWI dropped, that was perfect because I just left the group. They were saying like, oh, you know, Boujji says, Boujji's that, he's a bad apple, he's this, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, brother. I'm the most successful person out of that group right now.
Yeah, usually how it goes.
It literally, bro, you feel me? So the same day I made PWI, I was on my way to AEW. So
Yes.
I faced Dalton Castle and the boys while they were 6-man champions, and it was like, bro, it was beautiful because like I was frustrated. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna stick to my guns, stick to my guns, stick to my guns, and then PWI 485, top 500 wrestling in the world came out, and it was great. And then I ended up seeing Mark Henry. Mark Henry congratulated me on that whenever I was at AEW. I was able to just speak to people, just get such great insight. And it was like, that gave me like the like, okay, I know what I'm doing is right. Let's push it. Like, let's just keep going. So I told people, I say, hey, look, I'm 45 for the next 365 days. Y'all gonna hear about this every single day. Every day that I'm losing, you're gonna know. And it got to the point, bro, where it's like, I don't even say I'm 45 no more. I just walk in the rooms. All right, yeah, 45. We know. And it's like, yo, I'm not even saying it, bro. You said it.
You said it, right?
Exactly, you know, but it all comes from your brand. And I learned that through Cody Rhodes, when he was like, people were saying like, oh, like he sold out. He's like, yeah, they bought my brand. The American Nightmare is in WWE because they bought my brand. I have my tattoo. I have the big the CGI thing that they do. I have my music. I have the end drop, the pyro. They bought the brand. And from that, I'm like, oh, it's not about just signing a contract. It's not about just being on TV. It's about, can I get these people to buy this brand, and can we both make money? Once I started moving like that, bro, everything just started working for me. And it's to the point where it's like I can call out names on social media and I'm making it happen. I've wrestled Khan. I was calling out Khan for a year.
Really?
I finally got that match at BCW. I called out Lance Anoa'i. Feel me? He came through. I finally got that match. You feel me? And now he's one of the best guys in this business that I can talk to at any given moment, any type of advice, just anything of the sorts. You know, and then now I just pretty much shot my shot with Francesco Akira from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'm going to be facing him on August 4th at Invictus Pro Wrestling. So it's like, how I'm making this happen? I'm on social media. I'm letting people know what's going on. I'm letting people know where to find me. I'm letting people know, why should you tune into this match? Because one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from Shane Taylor. He was like, a purpose of a promo to get people to want to tune in and want to see a fight. Can you do that? Can you make people tune in and want to see this? Okay, cool. So now I have a whole new direction when I do promos. Instead of doing on August 4th, brother, come on down at 7 p.m. And like, come on, bro. Everybody do that voice, and I hate it. I hate it. I be doing it sometimes, trolling and stuff, but you know, it's just like I tell everybody, it's not the wrestling, bro. It's not like this. What I'm doing right here, talking with you, bro, from getting to know you, getting to know me. This is what matters, because now you might come to shows like, hey, man, you know, I heard about his story. I like his story. I want to see him do good. You know, or you know, I didn't like that guy. He's a piece of shit. You know what? I can't wait for him to lose tonight. This is where people get to see you. I'm not in my gear. I'm chilling in the RK Bro shirt right now, bro.
It's the first thing I noticed. It was like, hey,
just chilling, bro.
Right? No, and that's the way it should be. And I mean, again, I think the most successful people in this business ever, or the people that were genuine and the people that were as true to themselves as they could have been, for better or worse in some cases. But again, ultimately, like you said, if you can sell business, if you're more than just another wrestler on a contract, then you have an intangible that's worth something.
Yeah, man.
Now, with all that being said, you get ranked, you start making moves. What was the AEW experience like?
Oh man, so like that. So I've actually been there twice.
Yeah.
So I did it the first time last year. Then I was there in April. The last time they were in Queens. Was it Queens? Yeah, it was Queens when it was in Queens, and they did the Dynamite and ROH tapings. I didn't do anything on screen that time, but I was backstage. I actually got to speak to Kenny Omega. That was amazing. Like that. Yo, bro, great guy.
Is he a nice guy?
Great guy.
There you go.
Great guy, bro. Like, just like you're really nice. you're a really nice person. Like, I went up to him, shook his hand, and Kenny is a guy where it's like he made like his name, and it's not made his name in the indies, but like he did indies in New Japan. You know, I want to go to New Japan. I want to do this type of stuff, and it's like I had to talk to him. You know, I spoke to him, and he was like, "Hey, you know, do this, and that." You know, gave me a little bit of insight, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to keep that to the chest." And again, after that conversation, I shifted my whole focus on how I should present myself and how I should do things, because AEW is a place that I want to work at 100%. Like, the way I look at it is right now, if you look at WWE, right?
Yep.
Everybody who's on top is like 40, bro.
It's true.
40s, 38, 40, wherever the case may be. You're on top when you got some season to you. You know, when you got some of that behind you. And the way I look at it, bro, is like I know I'm gonna end up in WWE. Like it's not a question of if, it's just more so when. So I want to go to Japan. You know, I want to have a nice run in MLW, bro. You feel me? I want to do something nice there. I want to go to AEW, bro.
Yeah.
Like I want to go there, and I want to go to Impact. Like I want to go everywhere. I want to go wrestle overseas, bro. Like I want to do all this stuff, get all this experience, get everything in one pot. So when I am at WWE, when it's time to have that conversation, I got leverage when it comes to getting some money. You know, I got a little bit of insight for what we're doing. And hey, this is the brand. This brand has been here. This is what the brand has done. Will you guys be interested in this? And how can we make some money together? You know, and that's kind of like how I'm approaching it. But AEW, man, I want to work there. It's very fun. It's very chill. A bunch of my friends, well, wrestling friends are there too as well. Yeah, a great connection. So I think it's a place where I could definitely like thrive. Right now, you know, just go crazy. Whether, like I said, there, Impact, MLW, any of those places where it's like, I want to just have some fun. And those are the 3 places where I know I can have some fun right now.
Absolutely. Now, with MLW, we saw you, Mr. Thomas, as well. Now, that's just, like you said, it was the opening of the show.
Yeah.
Where is that going for you right now?
I mean, like, I'm still waiting for it to air. That's why I'm still waiting for that. Can't wait for that to go on. But right now, you know, without obviously I can't say too much, but it's looking good, bro. Like it's looking like somewhere where they're kind of rebuilding anyway. Like if you notice that, like it's very different from a year ago how that roster was.
Very much so.
I told everybody that like I started with media for MLW. Yeah, like I was there when they did the Nights of the Coliseum. I believe that was the name of the tapings that would happen last year. I was in the crowd, bro. Like you could see me on multiple shots throughout the show, just in there, just like wow, with my phone out, tweeting and doing all that type of stuff. Yeah. So for a year later, to be in that position, to be next to the world champion, bro, to be, you know, within that same faction or group, whatever it is, bro, you know, it's definitely something that's like whoa, and that's not something I take lightly. So again, I'm looking at what it is. Like I look around the locker room, bro. It's like okay, like. This guy gear looks like this. This guy gear looks like that. Like for example, like Ricky Shane Page, he gave me great insight. It's very raw. He said, yeah, kick pads losing, sneakers losing. Like it looks very backyarder, very indie-ish. You know, like you're on TV now. Up it. You feel me? Like invest in yourself some more. And it's like at first, now don't get me wrong. I love wrestling in Kobe's. Listen, my sneakers aren't trash, but I know what you mean. Okay, I know what you mean. But it's like. He didn't have to say that to me, you know. It's right. Like if he meant that like in a genuine way, he didn't have to say that. He could just like, oh, you know, whatever, go out there and look how you look, instead of being like, hey, you know, like maybe we should do this. And I got my other friends like from House of Glory, Main Event, Nolo, Cashflow, Ken Broadway, who was like, nah, well, this is why he probably said that, because they have a bit more experience when it comes to like with Hog, like the way their production is crazy, bro. Yeah, you know, they've done a bunch of things in MLW prior to me as well, so. I'm getting insight from my friends, and I take feedback, bro. I don't get bothered by nothing. I just try to always understand where's that person coming from and what does he mean, and how can I use from what can I use from that to apply it to myself. So, I think right now, just getting back to what you're saying with MLW, I think it's gonna be very good for my growth.
Yeah, and you're planning to hang around MLW for a little bit if they'll let you.
Honestly, you know, if they let me, if they want me, I think that's a conversation we could definitely have. I would definitely like to have that conversation again. Like you'll hear different things, different rumors about, hey, you shouldn't do this or don't do that, don't sign that. But it's like realistically, right now, like let's say today, right? I get a text right after this, like, hey, we want to offer you a 2-year contract, whatever, right? And it's like I'm over here like, damn, okay, what should I do? What should I do? It's just only 2 years, but Impact hasn't reached out to me, AEW hasn't reached out to me, New Japan hasn't reached out to me, like none of these places reached out. So it's like, why? What am I holding out on? You know, that's kind of like how I try to look at it. Like, unless like I know I'm on the radar or I got a friend on the inside, like, hey, Boujji, do this. They kind of looking at you. Then it's like, why not take up that opportunity to then make sure they are talking about you? Because now you got the exposure, bro. Just from the one thing I've got, like I said, I got nothing but podcast requests. Everyone's like, yo, we want to talk to you. Want to talk to you, Boujji, and it's like. I swear to God, bro, I woke up the next day, I was like, whoa. Like, damn. And I didn't even really do much then, you feel me? I didn't even show, like, what I can really, really do. But it just makes me feel good that, like, just a little bit that you guys saw is like, hey, we want to know more about you.
Yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of knowing more about you, I think that's a very good question. And like we interview a lot of young and up and coming talent on this channel, and we always ask, like, when you are presenting yourself to the audience, to our audience who's new maybe to you, who is J Boujii? What do you bring to the table? What makes people want to spend their dollars to go see you?
Man, it goes back to just being like an authentic product that I'm out there really being me, and that I feel like I can connect to an audience that hasn't been connected to yet. So what I mean by that pretty much is like, yes, there's maybe 500 people inside an arena or wherever the case may be, but there's aspects to everyone in that audience that's probably not getting connected with, So it's like, oh, that reminds me of this, or like, hey, I know what this is. Like, okay, like it becomes relatable, pretty much is what I'm saying. There's other aspects I need to be, focusing on, and I believe that I bring that. I bring a lot of energy. Like, I'm a very chill, calm person. You feel me? Like my girl's mom should be like, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. But when he's in the ring, it's like he looks crazy, like he's yelling, he's screaming, like I'm being emotional. You feel me? I'm getting expressions, it's everything, and it's just like it's night and day. And it's funny because Shayla told me that too. She's like, "No, you're a totally different person." I'm like, "Oh damn, bro! Like, damn." Like,
just come alive.
Like that, But I think I could just say, J Boujii is someone that's not gonna pull no punches. I'm gonna say exactly what you're thinking, and you're gonna be happy that I said it. You feel me? I'll step into the fire. You feel me? Listen. I love the madness. I thrive off of it, bro. I truly do, because like it's just something about it, about getting someone so riled up, or just getting people just so like, oh my god, that like it's like, oh that bothered you? Okay, I poked a little button here. Now I'm gonna keep on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that knife a little bit.
Have to, bro. Have to.
No, that's amazing. Now beyond that, I mean, again, who are some? You've said so many names here, but when you are getting through going through those ropes, who are some of your original inspirations? Like who kind of led the way for you?
So definitely Stone Cold. Sure. I would say another person would be Undertaker, because like when I was learning how to throw strikes, I would just do kind of like how he does this here and just make the sound. I was like, because it helped me, bro. Because like I would do what I see on TV.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay, well, Taker does this. Can I try and throw like Taker? And like in my head, I look just like him. But when I watch the videos back, I'm like, oh, I look nothing like him. This is totally different from what I'm picturing is happening.
Right.
I would say, like what really, really helped push me into wrestling, bro, was Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Especially Seth Rollins' Redesign, Rebuild, Reclaim documentary. Like I get emotional watching that. And one of my friends like, if you get emotional watching that, that means it's for you. That means that you understand what's going on and you want that. I was like, oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So, but yeah, Seth and Finn, because like, not that they're small guys, but like they're not the 6'8", 6'9", you feel me, 250 jacked. Bro, like
the giant dudes.
Yeah, bro. So I just like, but like the very first like renditions of me, like when I was like training stuff, was heavy Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. So I would say them, and then now I would say Roman Reigns, because I am naturally a heel. Well, heel, that is what I depict, but people still like me, so I can't even call myself that. Like I'll go out there, I'll do the most like ridiculous things and say they're just like, yeah, do it again. It's like, oh my god, all right, whatever. But I'm experienced,
Yeah.
But I would say right now it'd definitely be Roman, because just the stuff he's doing, bro, his timing and like how like he reacts, his emotions and stuff like that. And just like it's like watching it live, because of course I could go back and watch Stone Cold stuff, but like, you feel me? I don't remember that when I was like 5. I can remember Roman from last week, last month, last year, and it's like, what did I feel in that moment actively live watching that? Like, okay, cool. Now what can I pull from that to put into me, so the next time when I'm out in the ring, what can I do?
Yeah. No, that's kind of where I was going to go with the next one of like, you've been in front of small crowds, like you said, friends and family. You've been in front of bigger crowds now. What is your favorite part of just taking that all in and being in front of everybody?
Well, honestly, it starts from my music plays. Like once I hear my music, I'm in tune. Like I said, bro, I was nervous, bro. I was mad nervous at MLW. So then when my music hit, bro, and I seen it had like on the Tron, like it said J Boujii, the whole. I didn't know it was gonna do that for me. So once I seen that, I got hype. I said, "Oh, it's time to go. Let's go!" I got my whole little package right there. Let's go. I was hype. And then I would say probably just like when I know like I got someone. Feeling like when I like, oh, I got this person here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep bothering you.
Okay.
Like you feel me? And when I'm beating this guy up, I'm gonna make sure I turn him to this person and be like, yo, like look at this right here. You know, like I do those type of things. But like when I finally got them hooked, or like when I finally got get punched in the mouth, and like people's like, yes, finally he got hit. Like that type of things, bro. Like I appreciate that. And then also just kind of like after all the madness, where it's like I'll have someone like you guys reach out to me for a podcast. Like, hey, Boujji, you know, great match, you know, like this is that. And it's like, I'm a very personal person. Like, I'm not going to act Hollywood. I'm not going to do that type of stuff. If you write me, bro, I'm going to say what's up. You know, like one of the guys, I think it might have been him. He was like, yo, you replied so quick. I was like, yeah, bro. Like,
Nick was definitely like, man, the guy answered right away. He was like, totally like, because I mean, doing what we do, you see some people who haven't even got on the ladder that they're climbing, and they're like, and you're like, wait, we were trying to introduce you to.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
Bro, it's foolish, and it's just like, nah. I'm on my phone all day, bro. If I'm not on my phone all day, bro, I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm chilling. You know, I'm with my girl. You know, everything. Like, I have the time to look at my phone. Like, oh, cool, podcast bet. Let's go. Let's see what's up.
Yeah,
you know, I'll do those type of things. But yeah, acting Hollywood don't get you nothing, bro. Because like now I'm on here with you, bro. We're having a great conversation. Amazing.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. But, well, that's the thing. You never know what comes from these experiences. This is why I have fun. And I love hearing the stories. And then for me as a wrestling fan, like I said, it's always the person behind the character, the person behind, you know, the boots and the you know, the sweat and the work. Yeah. I want to know who the people are. And no, we appreciate you coming on and being a part of this as well. Now, I thought we'd do something for like, it'd take probably a minute, play a little game. We'll call it, and then we're going to clip it. We'll call it Boujji or not Boujji.
Okay.
I'll give you something, and you tell me if it qualifies as you know, J Boujii worthy or not Boujji.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna start with an easy one.
All right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, Boujji. Yo, of course.
Layup. Actually, how about DX?
Oh, Boujji, definitely
Boujji. Okay. WCW.
Okay, I'm gonna say not Boujji just because I didn't watch it, bro. I didn't watch it. Like I was so young, I didn't know about it. Like now, all right, so just really quick off topic, but like now I'm starting to get into like Saturday Night Main Event, like in the 80s. Yep. I'm starting to watch that, and then I'm gonna get into WCW. So right now, just being honest, I gotta say not Boujji because I don't know, bro. And then plus they went out of business. You let your business buy you, bro. Like what?
Right. There you go. No, I knew you were a WWE guy or WWF guy, so I thought that was funny. Easy one, Johnny Rods.
Boujji, definitely Boujji.
Oh, the Boujji. What else we got? Actually, Crocs.
Brother.
Tell me you got some on right now.
Of course. I got them on. I got them on right now. Hell yeah.
Okay, Boujji, man. Most things come up Boujji. How about thumbtacks?
Oh, those are not Boujji.
Not Boujji.
Those are not, especially in the hand, bro. Like, to anyone that watch this, wrestling now, wants to be a wrestler, you want to get into thumbtacks, whatever the case may be. Your back, your chest, your arms, you're gonna be fine. I had one in my head, bro. Didn't even know it was in my head.
It's true.
The hands, the fingertips, no.
No, eh? All right. What's one of the worst things that you've taken a bump on?
Oh, I got hit with a broom. That yo, bro, that hurt so much. Like I got hit right here, and it was like it hurt so much that you didn't know what hit you. It was like, what the hell was that? Because I had an ambulance, and we was fighting outside, and the guy pulled out the broom out the ambulance, and I got hit. I'm like, what was that?
Whole thing,
bro.
Yeah,
terrible. But yeah, no brooms. Brooms, no. I'll take anything else. Besides tacks to the hands, no brooms. I don't do glass tubes either, but yeah,
that's a tough one. The Crocs is funny to me. What else we got here? Mr. Thomas.
He Boujji. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna give him Boujii, are you? Okay.
Only because like, you feel me. So I gotta like, I gotta tread lightly with that. But he cool.
Yeah. Kayfabe, not Boujii.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
How about the legend Melina?
Oh my God, yo, bro! I met her like June. Oh man, yo, she's amazing. Yo, bro, she is a beautiful person. She's an amazing person. Like, it was my first time meeting her, and she was just so nice to me. Yeah, bro, she dropped so much game on me. Like, just so much insight, and like, it was so genuine. And like, I wish her the best. I hope to see her again next year. But she is amazing. I got my picture with her. I was so happy. So happy, bro. Amazing.
That's awesome. New York Yankees.
Yeah, they Boujii. I don't really watch baseball too much now.
Okay.
Boujii. Like now the old school squad with Rivera, Jeter, was it A-Rod? I think Bernie Williams was another dude, right? It Jorge Posada?
Yeah.
They are Boujii. Oh, Jason Giambi, Boujii.
There you go. How about running the ropes?
Running the ropes. Those are Boujii. That's Boujii. It's cool because it's so surprising. You know how everyone says like they get like welts and stuff when they run the ropes?
Yeah.
I figured out a way to not get welts and stuff. So I'm good.
You share that secret?
Oh yeah, not too much. Off camera.
That's it. I think that covers it. 420. Yeah. It's funny. I had it written here, and then you showed up in the shirt, and I'm like, well, that one's an easy question.
Oh yeah, amazing.
No, that's no, we greatly appreciate it for, our upstart little channel that's grinding, right now. We appreciate when anyone stops by and gives us the time. How about you let all the fans out there know where they can track you down, where they can find you, where they can see you?
Definitely. So, it's going to be J Boujii literally everywhere. The letter J, not J-Y, the letter J, Boujii, just like right there at the bottom, how it says there. Just, hey, man, click the link in the bio, my link tree. I have a son on the way. Tap into my registry, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, get my new t-shirts that's dropped. That literally just dropped today with Storyline Tees. Everything's going to be in the bio. It's J Boujii everywhere. Hit me up for anything, advice. Just want to chop it up, play Call of Duty, whatever. Like, I'm mad cool until my music hits. So,
that's amazing. Plus, you do have musical aspirations as well. So
yes, I do. But like that, I'll get to that a little later, because I'm so locked in right now. But the music is a great form of expression. You feel me? Find a way to express yourself, guys. No matter what it is, whether it's like painting, drawing, music, running laps around your house, whatever it is. Like, expression is a beautiful outlet. Find a way to make that happen.
Last question I'll ask before we kind of duck out, but this year we talked about the PWI. Are we expecting a climb?
Yo, what's funny? Everyone's asking me that. Like, I had one of my boys text me the day. He was like, yo, this is gonna be your number. I'm like, what? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, this is your PWI. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. But nah, I'm expecting a significant climb.
There you go.
Significant climb. Just because of like what I've been able to do in the year that like, okay, like I've had like a full year of knowing how to maneuver with things. And it's like,
okay,
I've done a lot. So I'm expecting a significant jump. I'm not going to say the numbers, so I want to keep it to my chest.
There you go.
But, once it does drop, I will be happy to come back on here. You feel me? Get the guys together again.
Absolutely.
We can talk about it.
We got to get Nick on next time and come chat with us.
Hell yeah.
But like I said, Mr. J Boujii, thank you so much for stopping by. Wish you nothing but success. Thank you for this amazing conversation.
Thank you.
And for everyone out there, make sure you hit like, subscribe. Go check out J Boujii. Go check out Wrasslin for Life. Don't miss any of our amazing content. Until next time, see you on the flip side, folks. Bye.